Hi, and welcome to a video on extreme values of a function. Today I'm going to show you how you can use calculus to understand where the extreme values of a function might occur. And the first thing you need to know is what extreme values are. Extreme values are maximum or minimum values, and they can be local or global. Remember, local means within a locality. So if I'm just looking in this area and ignoring the rest of the graph, I have a maximum value right here at B. I don't know what the maximum value is, but I know it occurs at B. In this locality, I have a minimum value at C. In this locality, I have a maximum value at D. And also, we always need to include endpoints as long as they're closed. If our endpoints are closed, they can also be maximum or minimum values. In this case, we have a minimum at E, and in this case, we have a minimum at A. So let's kind of go through and label what we've got here. This is a minimum, and we need to determine, is it a global min or a local? And it's a local min because there's one that's has a smaller value right here at C, and there's another one over here that has a smaller value at A. So this is a local min. This is also a min. Let's look at C. This is also a local min, because on our function there is a minimum value that's less than this y value, whatever it might be. So this is our absolute or global min for this function. And then we also have maximum values. Let me circle this one since I circled all the minimums in green. For the maximum values, we have one right here. We have a max, and we need to determine, again, is it a local max or an absolute max? And if you look, there's another maximum right here. And since this y value is greater than this y value, this is our absolute or global max. And this is just a local max because it's the maximum value in that locality. All right, so we've identified all of our maximum and minimum points on this function. And if you notice what's going on, excluding the endpoints, the maximum here happens, and I've already sketched this in, where the slope of the tangent line equals 0. Also, the minimum here happens where the slope of the tangent line is 0. This maximum happens where, well, you don't have a slope of a tangent line at a corner. We have a corner here. Here, the slope does not exist. So the relationship between the maximum and minimum values, here the maximum, your derivative at B equals 0. And right here we have a maximum. Here your derivative at C also equals 0, and you have a minimum. Here your derivative at D does not exist because we have a corner. All right, so if you look at the relationship between what's happening, the derivatives are going to be equal to 0 or do not exist, and those are possible max or min values, okay? And these guys are called critical points. So this is a really important vocabulary word, critical point. And a critical point is where the first derivative equals 0 or does not exist. And these are the possible places where a max or min could occur. And I underline the word possible here because you don't always have a max or min here. If you think about a cubic function, you're going to have a critical point right here where the derivative equals 0. However, it's not a max or a min because the function continues to increase. So this is really important. You have to check these, and I'll show you later on how to do that. All right, and then the last thing I want you to realize is that you always have to check endpoints if they're closed. So closed endpoints are also possible extreme values. They could be a maximum or a minimum, global or local. You don't have to check open endpoints because they are not and never can be a local min, a local max, or a global min or a global max, and I'll explain that also in another video. So just remember for now, always check closed endpoints, and if you want a little caveat here, open endpoints are not max or min values. So there's a little introduction to extreme values. Gave you some really important vocabulary, so make sure you make note of that. And always pay attention to the endpoints because it's really easy to forget the endpoints. I always forget the endpoints, so don't make the mistakes I make, and you make sure to remember your endpoints. In fact, if you do the endpoints first, you won't forget about them. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Keep watching.